This is Matthew Joseph from the TWSN YouTube channel. In this video, I will be breaking down film from New Orleans Saints running back Tony Jones from the preseason. I will also be making the case for why he is a viable fantasy pickup from the waiver wire, and he is a potential lotto ticket that could win you your season. Before I get into it, please like and subscribe, and consider downloading our TWSN mobile app, which will give you all the latest fantasy news to help you win your season.
Get up, let me begin. This is TWSN. You ain't heard about us yet, well you better know now, because it's the place that it all goes down on.
One thing I like to make sure for all of my lottery ticket running backs for fantasy is that they have the ability to pass block. Pass protection is really important when you're fighting for that RB2, RB3 spot on any kind of team, because it's important for real football. It keeps them on the field, and it adds another skill to their arsenal that a head coach is looking for. If you can only run and you're fighting for an RB2 spot, the coach is going to prefer someone that can protect his QB, and that's something Tony Jones can do very well, and he has exhibited that in the preseason. Now, this is one of my favorite runs for Mr. Tony Jones. He gets a snap, and the hole is collapsing very fast. You have the Vikings, they're pushing in, but he's able to make it through and explode through the hole in between the tackles. And I see him falling forward, which is something I really like to watch for my running backs, fight for every yard. But once he sees he has open air, he gets back on his feet and continues to run. And then he runs it out of bounds. Now, usually I'll give him some flack. I prefer some contact, fight for every yard that you can. But this is preseason, so this is a smart decision right here. No need to get injured. Okay, so this next clip is more of a Saints O-line highlight. You see as they make a huge hole for him, and I would be disappointed if he couldn't take advantage. But the Saints O-line being so good is ultimately good for their running backs, and they are proving that they're going to run protection, which, if Tony Jones could take advantage of him, would make him fantasy viable. Now, this is another highlight that I really like to see from Jones. Now, this run is originally made to form a hole at the A-gap, but Jones has the ability to see and the vision to see that the A-gap is closing in really quickly, and he has quick decision-making. You need that from an NFL running back, and it's really good to see it from Jones. And he makes a decision to bend a corner and uses athleticism to make the play. He bends the corner fast enough and makes it into what could have been a 1 or 2 yard play if he went with the play and then chose to go to the A-gap, which was filling in, into about a 15-yard play. And it would have been a touchdown if he didn't step out of bounds. But I like what I saw. Another play that really stood out to me from Jones is against the Jacksonville Jaguars in the preseason. Jones receives the handoff well behind the line of scrimmage, and the O-line breaks down immediately. He passes the line of scrimmage and is immediately jumped on by one of the Jaguars defenders, but he's able to shake the contact and keep going for an additional 4 yards. As he's doing this, he's able to lower the shoulder and drive straight to a first down. And he actually picks up 1 more yard after the fact, after he lowers the shoulder. Now, this is really good to see. It shows that Jones is a high motor running back. He's not scared of contact, and he has some elusiveness to him. I mean, a player literally jumped on him, and he was able to shake him off. That's what I know Sean Payton likes to see from his RB2. And this playmaking ability is probably what Sean Payton was looking at when he declared that Jones is now his RB2 and is above Latavius Murray. Tony Jones has also shown that he has the ability to catch the ball. The Saints in the preseason have shown that they are not afraid to dump the ball off to him or use him as a check down, and even have some design dump offs to him. So these plays are most likely meant for Alvin Kamara when it comes to regular season. But in case Alvin Kamara does get injured, Jones is able to fill in the role that Kamara leaves behind. And another thing is, with the ability to catch the ball, Jones is more likely to be on the field. And like I mentioned earlier, the ability to be on the field more leads to more opportunities for production and more opportunities to stand out. So that's why I'm more high and bullish on spending a late round flyer, or even, picking up Jones from the waiver wire. Because if you're not in an extremely deep league, he's most likely going to be in the waiver wire. And just, if you have another spot on your bench, it's nothing wrong with just putting a lotto ticket on for Tony Jones. In conclusion, what I see Tony Jones as is a potential lottery pick with high upside in case Kamara gets injured, which he has done year to year for a few games here and there. And he has the qualities to make him a viable starter, and he's better than Latavius Murray. So he is someone that you can plug and play if Kamara gets injured. That will give you a good return on that initial waiver wire pickup. He's low cost and he has the potential for a high return. Or you can use him to trade with the Kamara owner in case Kamara gets injured. Or maybe he even carves out his own role in New Orleans, which Sean Payton has done in the past with Kamara and Ingram. So he could become fantasy viable. And again, he's extremely low cost. You can probably get him off the waivers. And that is why I think Tony Jones is someone you should keep your eye out for this fantasy season. And it's better to probably grab him up while you can and not be too late. Now, if you enjoyed this video and are looking for more fantasy football content in the future, please like and subscribe and follow us on TWSN on Twitter. We have the TWSN app, and we have excellent betting advice on Patreon, which you should check out. Make yourself some money other than the fantasy football money. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.